Hands behind your back, not in your pockets.
That means you two put your feet together.
We see more girls getting in fights, more girls assaulting people.
We had one young girl who had come in for a kidnap, several others for drive-by shootings.
Juvenile crime in America has a new face. Across the country, girls are being arrested and jailed in record numbers and for more violent crimes.
When I was 11 years old, I got jumped into a gang. I got chased, I got shot at, I got stabbed.
I started using drugs when I was 11. When I was 12, I started doing crank. And then when I was 14, I stopped doing crank. I got more into crystal.
Painful stories of young girls in dangerous situations and their struggle to break out of the cycle.
The vast majority of girls, they aren't bad. They're hurting. And what they're trying to tell us is that they're hurting. And the question is, are we going to listen, or are we just going to turn a deaf ear and put them in a cage?
Each year, about 2 million juveniles are arrested in America. Over the past decade, the rate of arrests of young girls has been on the rise. 1 in 4 juveniles arrested for assault is a girl, and that's just part of the female juvenile crime rate that has alarmed law enforcement. In this hour, we're going to take you behind the locked doors of juvenile correctional facilities and inside the stories of girls in trouble. You will meet several girls making their way through the juvenile justice system in Santa Clara County, California. Their teenage milestones are drug programs and court hearings, not school proms and sweet 16 parties. Will these girls continue on the path to adult prison, or can the juvenile justice system help them to change?
Listen up, ladies. It's time to wake up. Please do it quickly. Get ready for breakfast. Please come out on quiet when you're ready.
17-year-old Vanessa Mabee is halfway through a 4-month sentence at the Muriel Wright Center, Santa Clara County's only rehabilitation facility for girls. She's been a member of a well-known street gang for the past 6 years and is serving time for assaulting her mother.
And I hit my mom back. My mom hit me back, and I hit my mom back. Then my mom hit me, and I kicked her. And she called the cops on me, and they locked me up.
How old were you?
14.
It isn't simply a girl-on-girl fight at a school ground over a boy. It is a girl turning on an authority figure, a girl assaulting a teacher, a girl assaulting a parent.
There are kids who are out of control with their behavior, and so they're sent to us for a little control.
Okay, ladies, come on now. Bring out your journals. On quiet.
You're handheld in here. You have someone telling you what to do 24 hours a day.
Pull down your sleeves.
Many of Santa Clara County's most serious female offenders are sent to the Muriel Wright Center. Vanessa is one of the oldest girls here. If she commits another crime after she turns 18, she'll be facing adult prison.
My impressions of Vanessa, when she first came in, she appeared to be very hardcore. She had this really hard look about her face, which basically told me that she had shut down.
Place yourselves on quiet, please. Turn in your silverware. You got about 5 minutes left.
And she needed to act what I call big and bad.
I got this hatred in me that will be there for a long time. I don't know if it's because, I've been in a gang too long, or because I just had so much bad stuff happen to me in my past.
Over the past 6 years that Vanessa has been in a gang, many people around her have died, including close friends she thought of as brothers.
This is for my brother, like something, he would send me from heaven. A brief moment of darkness was all that I knew before heaven's gate came into my view. Life on earth, it took me one brother to realize that I need somebody, so I joined gangs. Took me another brother to get out of one. That's hard. That's it's hard, but at the same time, I feel like, oh, I'm gonna go kill those people that killed my brother. You know, I'm gonna take their life because they, you know what, they want to take my brother's life. I'm gonna take their life.
Not long ago, 16-year-old Carrie Shupp was serving a 3-month sentence at the Muriel Wright Center. Now she's back in school and living with her mother. Out on probation, Carrie has a strict curfew and is drug tested twice a week. So far, she's been following all the steps perfectly. If Carrie makes it through the next 4 weeks, she has a chance to permanently seal her juvenile record.
I started using marijuana and alcohol when I was very young, probably about 12. I thought it was cool when I was young, and then I got addicted to marijuana.
Sometimes she'd come home and I knew, you know, and there wasn't a whole lot I could do about it, you know. Ground her and she'd go out the window, you know, and I'd go chasing her all around the neighborhood, and I guess she just wanted to do what she wanted to do.
Hey, Derek! Come here real quick. Do a fat melon grab off it, please. I want to see it, please.
I was 11 when I got arrested, pretty much got in trouble at school. From then on, it just escalated.
Carrie's police record of charges includes 5 assault and batteries, a vandalism, a petty theft, a possession of alcohol, and under the influence of methamphetamines, and 3 violations of probation. In the last 5 years, she's been to juvenile hall 12 times.
Sometimes I'd stay the night, sometimes I'd stay for a month, sometimes I'd just stay 3 days until I went to court.
I need to have you put away your clothing, please.
There's just a long hallway, and every time you walk down there, you just feel lower and lower. And I don't ever want to walk down there again. I'm not going to. Just not going to.
Since she was 13 years old, Santana Roa has been running away from home, and she hasn't been enrolled in a regular school for 3 years. Like many girls in the juvenile justice system, Santana has a history of getting involved with older men who have criminal records.
Final Jeopardy.
Santana was fairly typical of a lot of the female offenders that come into us. There was real problems in her forming relationships with older males. The area of sexually acting out was also clearly evident early on. And right away, I knew that this was a girl that had some serious issues that needed to be addressed.
But ever since that day when I called the cops, it's like it's just spiraled into this, you know? Court dates, juvenile hall, ranches, rehabs.
Santana has been through nearly every county program available for delinquent girls, and part of her struggle is overcoming a long family history of substance abuse.
I started using drugs when I was 11.
It started when I was like 12. Yeah, 12. Started with pot.
The first drug I ever did was weed.
Experimented with coke, acid.
When I was 12, I started doing crank. And I've been doing that ever since. I was 14 when I did acid. 15 when I first did ecstasy. That's actually one of my favorites.
Crank became my new drug of choice, and it's been a year since I've been off that.
My concern is with Santana is that we address these issues before she becomes an adult. Once she becomes an adult, the programs aren't there. It's about punishment, it's about responsibility. Juvenile, it's about treatment. It's about prevention, intervention.
Every study I've ever seen would indicate that incarceration loses its impact after about the first 48 hours. It's very effective for first-time kids for 48 hours. But after that 48-hour period, we have to start looking at what we are doing with the kids that we incarcerate.
Look at me when you look at me. Look straight ahead. Okay, okay, now here, this is today for you to save your ass. Okay? We're not playing with you.
Coming up, girls face the realities of prison life.
Okay,